Okay, Jamly. Oh boy, am I exhausted. Plus, I just fed the baby. Oh my gosh. I just got so much done. Like, well, I shouldn't say just, because it took me over 3 hours to do it. So I'm now in my bedroom space, and then Sarah has a completely separate bedroom. And then I have my office space. I have a place for little man as soon as he's ready for this area. Right now he wouldn't even, first of all, he's only 2 weeks old, so he can't be in an area yet anyway. But once he hits about 4 weeks old, when he starts litter box training and stuff, I've got an area all set up for him. I'll be going to get like everything else done. I'm actually gonna get like a small thing to put down underneath so that if he does happen to potty outside of the litter box, it doesn't go into the carpet. The carpet's pretty trashed and it's old, but still want to salvage it as much as we can. And then I got rid of the really big table and only cut it down to the solid tile top table. So I got a lot done today. Moved our kitchen cabinetry shelving units over, put all of our storage behind it. Where we had the storage stuff, we've got that's Sarah's room now. It's completely curtained off, and then my area. And Rigby is having himself a heyday because he just ate, got a full belly, and he just went potty for today, like the big potty. Usually does his peeing each feeding, but usually he poops like maybe once or twice a day, and he just did like a really, really big hearty one. So he is a happy little camper right now. He's playing with his feet as usual, his little paws. He is so darn cute. Are you so darn cute? Yeah, you're so darn cute. Oh my goodness. So I've got him sitting here instead of on the bed. So I'll actually have my bed back for tonight. Also, I was saying something the other day about carrying him around in the critter carrier. And I know that I had somebody else ask me, what the heck is that? So if you guys have been watching us long enough, let me move you guys this way a little bit so we have some, I put my poster up too. If you guys have been watching long enough, my friend Allie got me this when we had Brady, because Brady really enjoyed being carried, but he also had those nails and stuff, but I couldn't always just carry him around. And so this was a way to be able to carry him but hands-free. But it's working great with Rigby. So this is the critter carrier. It's kind of obnoxious, but it's worth it when you're in the house and stuff. I actually ended up using this when we went to the store a little while ago, a couple days back. Hi, Leslie. So this is a critter carrier. It says it right on here, your little critter carrier. And the cool part about the critter carrier is that you literally, I'm not even kidding, all you do is take it, you put it around your neck, right? So now you've got this on you. That sounds so funny, but when you have like rats or like guinea pigs, they like to run around. So the cool part is though, I've been using this with Rigby. So you just open this up and you put them in the little pocket, and then the pocket kind of cinches around. So then he's inside the pocket, right? Which is really, really awesome. Now I can if I wanted to, but I think it's just too tight. You can kind of go under the arm with it, but I don't really like doing that. This is like the best way. And Rigby's right here whenever I'm carrying him. I got a lot of today's stuff done carrying him because he likes having the closeness, the attention, and the hearing of the heartbeat. So that's the critter carrier for those that were curious about it. But yeah, so it says critter carrier, and it is by dukesdigs.com. So if you guys are wondering, and it has like a puppy dog with a paw. So it's meant for things like for puppies, for kittens, for like guinea pigs, mice, if you have mice or rats, like a lot of people own rats. These are really, really inventive, creative, and super awesome because it allows you to carry them around without having to worry about them falling or being like in your shirt, that kind of stuff. So I'm exhausted. My lower back is killing me from moving everything. But if you guys were watching earlier, I'll show you guys real quick. If you guys were watching earlier, this is where we have our window unit. My bed was on this wall. Sarah's bed was on this wall. So I have moved my bed from here to here, and I'll show you guys here. Hold on. So now I have my office space Danny's kennel here so that we could run the cord over the top and under, like over the thing so she can't mess with it. Laundry basket, my bed, my side table, the kitten with all, like I still have to arrange this right here. I'm not finished, but I'm exhausted at this point. But then this is the what I call the foster zone. So this will be all finished and set up. I'm gonna get the litter box in here. I'm gonna get a thing for the bottom. Then this area, these are things that need to go, not the piano, but these here, this AC unit, the table, these things right here, like the extra stuff here needs to go to the RV because it's just in the way. We have a bunch of stuff set under here that goes with the kitchen area. So this is the kitchenette. I do have a stove top. So we have the 2-burner stove top, which is right here. I set it out of the way when I'm not using it so that we can have the counter space. But then we have all of our, like this is our kitchen area, the other AC unit, which is blowing from this side over. So then back here is our closet space. So the cat food, so the dogs can't get to it. Clothing that needs to be still hung, but we don't really have a space to hang it. And then our extra fan that we're not using right now. So those things will go out to the RV, and so will these 3 tubs. Stuff down here though, like this is our grocery bags that we use for when we go grocery shopping. We reuse our bags. So they're like the cloth bags. So that green bag always goes with us when we go shopping. That there has like all my cookbooks. But then of course the thing for the Keurig. But we kind of have this part just kind of set up right now. Like I said, it's not the best. Trash can, that right there. The dog door's been removed because can't really have it there. The dogs can't use it as they keep jumping off the roof. Bathroom. Then we put this up, and this is Sarah's room behind here. So her bed is right here, and then she's got all this excess space. Then she's got like her table, her baby dolls. She's actually sleeping right now. I'm not gonna bother her. Her TV, and then I have the curtain that divides us off so she doesn't have to worry about me. I've got my dresser, my bed, laundry basket, and then office space. So that gives her her own separate like curtained off area, so that works out really well. Of course, we've got the unit in, the curtains up. I've got my Charles Trippy poster in my office space. I've got my Twilight picture in my bedroom space. But you know, it's a work in progress. Eventually I'd like to get walls up, like actual walls, not just like curtained walls, but we can't really do that quite yet until we have, until we get a few extra things done. One of them being we have to repair the line that brings electricity to this wall over here. Right now all electricity is coming from that side of the unit and it's strung across. So everything pretty much other than Sarah's TV and Xbox, everything else is powered to that side, so we don't have to worry about it on this side other than stringing the one extension cord across for her to have utilities on this side for her stuff. And I think that was Chelsea. Hello, how are you? So my back is killing me because I just moved all this stuff. And under my bed, you guys, like under my bed, which I move my mattress all the time, but under here it's got everything of mine. So I've got my big thing of pictures, I've got my camera gear, I've got my totes that have like my extra like clothing and shoes are all under my bed. And then I have my crates that have all my important documents and stuff. Hi Dustin. So everything that I need like at an instant, I can just pull my mattress up and grab it out from underneath, just like you would if you were like using an RV trailer. How you can have the beds that lift up. Well, my bed doesn't do that technically, but my mattress is super light, so I just pull my mattress up, get what I need, put the mattress back down. But yeah, and my bed takes all of like 5 minutes to make, so it's not a big deal. But I am so exhausted. I wore myself out doing all this, and I should know better than that. I should have probably just picked like one task today, but I didn't, and I'll probably pay the consequence for it later on tonight, because my back is killing me. Little man is like the cutest thing in the world. He's like curled up right here by the little door. I need to actually heat up his heating element, which is probably why he's curled up right here. Let me go heat up your heating pad, because I know that's probably what you're looking for. Oh, I think you pottied on your towel, huh? Did you potty on your towel? Yeah, it feels like you did. We'll get it all changed out. 1 second. I have to change out his thing. Let me go put this in the micro real quick. Be right back. Where's his other towel? When you're caring for kittens, you guys, you've got lots of little things. We're actually going to put him in the critter carrier while I fix up his bed. So let's put him in here, because this makes it so much easier. I can get in here, I can get things done, and he can be safe and tucked away. I know, I'm sorry I made you mad. Here you go. So let's go ahead and pull this, because it needs to be clean. So we'll take this out, go throw this in the wash, and then what we'll do is we will get his clean towel. We'll put his clean towel in place. So, whoa, don't want to pull that off of there. So now we're just going to take his nice clean one. We're going to tuck it over the bed. All right, so both sides. It. Scrunch it. Hold on, guys. Woo! Sorry about that. Scrunch that in. Then we'll take this part, fold it, and scrunch it so that he has his little scrunchy zones. Because he likes his little scrunchy zones. And then we'll put his hot plate there. For now, he can stay right here while he stays warm, because we don't want him to get cold while we wait for his hot plate, his heating plate to get better. So we'll sit here and talk with you guys while we wait for his heating unit to finish. He is such a cute little guy. He really is. Like, he's gonna wiggle around till he gets himself comfy. What are you doing? What you doing, Rigby? You gonna say hi to everybody? You gonna come say hi? He's purring like crazy. Yeah, I know. See, my tummy is so full, Mama. How did I get on here? Oh. Bad. So we'll take this one to go wash with that one. Gotta put this away. Put the hammer and nails away, because we don't need them anymore after getting everything put up. Oh, you guys. Sarah's doing good. She's actually sleeping. Hi, Teresa. How are you? So Sarah's actually resting. She's sleeping. We got up really early, like really early, and little one was up a lot last night. He's kind of on a growth spurt, so he decided that he needed to eat like every hour and a half last night. So far, he's slept pretty good today. He's done like 4-hour stretches. Plus, he just went to the bathroom, a really big potty. Like, he just took a really good potty break. But he's growing like crazy. He's 2 weeks old today, you guys. 2 weeks old when they said they didn't think he was even gonna live. So this is a big deal for this little guy. But the critter carrier is literally one of my favorite things, because it allows me to carry him safely. Don't have to worry about him falling out either. Now when he gets a little bit older, he might be able to climb himself right out of there, but as of right now, he just really can't. He doesn't have the dexterity for it. He tries though. Hi. So, hi. Hi, buddy. You guys see his little paw? His little paw sticking up? Yeah, I know. I know. So, we have a new baby in the house. You're great, Aunt Kendall. So I take it either your niece or nephew has become a parent. That's awesome. And no, it doesn't make you sound old because my aunt is a great aunt to my kids. And my aunt and I are only 7 years apart in age. So, say, how's it? Sarah's doing good. She's sleeping right now. That's how good of a foster mama you are. What are you doing? You see that little head? Oh, look at that little head. Yeah. Hi, buddy. There you are. Say hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. I'm so cute. Say, look at me. I'm so cute. I'm such a cutie. Hi, buddy. You ready for some more milk? Yeah. Come here. Come here. You ready for some more milk? Come here. He's ready for some more milk, so. Here you go. Come here. He loves his bottle, let me tell you what. Come here. Yeah, he is doing super good. And as you can see how tiny he is. He's very tiny for 2 weeks old, you guys. He's a little bitty guy. I'm so cute. It always looks like his little face is dirty, but that's actually his markings, you guys. He's got some really distinct, like, dark stripes to his face. Do you want any more? No? He yells like he's hungry, then he realizes he's actually not. So, there you go. He realizes he's actually not hungry. So, we'll get his little heating pad so we can get him back on his warming unit, because when they're this little, they're still like what we call incubating. They don't really know how to control their body temperature. This does a really good job of keeping him warm because it's right against my body heat, and then this thing traps in his heat. So, you know, let me go get this thing though while it's warm so I can get it tucked away. Be right back. So toasty. All right. All right. Let's put him back on his warmer. Come on, baby. Come on. Back on your warmer. There you go. Back where it's nice and toasty. Go, little love. That thing makes me sweat so bad. But yeah, so now the biggest step will be to get him some cute little play toys. We're gonna get the litter box set up in here. Probably gonna we gotta figure out where we're gonna set the girls' litter box up at, because their box is a lot bigger. He won't actually be able to get into it. But we wanna get the litter box set up for him and for the girls, because I'd like to get the girls back inside the house. They keep going out because we had the dog door in place. But with how often the coyotes are coming close now, I'd rather them not be out there. The only problem we run into is we get the litter box set up, then the dogs get in the litter, especially Winnie Bear. She climbs in the litter box and pulls all the cat poop out. Yeah, disgusting. So what I might end up doing is getting the girls' litter box into the same play zone as the kittens. One, it'll pretty much be where they have to go in there to go to the bathroom and stuff, but also where their food will be. I want to be able to put their food up above so that the dogs can't get it. Winnie Bear will probably try to jump this thing to get to the food, which she always does. So we have to kind of put it where Winnie Bear is not going to jump and get into it. Or we'll just have to have Winnie Bear kenneled when she's in the house, which really bites because she will jump and get into anything. So we can get the litter box set up with the cat food, the adult cat food up above it. Then we can do the kitten food and stuff down below. However, we're gonna run into one problem: Mocus. If there's any food sitting out, Mocus will eat it until she vomits. If anybody has any tips on that, please do let us know. The only thing I can think of that would be a great solution to keeping Mocus out of the baby stuff is by putting just the baby stuff in there and covering the top. So making a mesh netting cover over the top, which I do have. That may be the only solution that we'll have, is to make a solid mesh cover so that the girls can't get in there. I'm not worried about Bella. Bella's not even an issue, but Mocus is. And if Mocus has access to unlimited food, she will eat and vomit, eat and vomit, eat and vomit until all the food is gone. And then we have piles of vomit because she will eat it until she throws it up and go back for more and keep doing it until the whole bowl is empty. So she's like where we have to feed her in the morning with a little bit of food and then wait till the afternoon and then feed her again. Yeah, so like I said, everybody else, like I said, Winnie Bear will jump into anything if there's food somewhere. And she considers litter and cat poop food, which is really gross. But Mocus is the one we have to, it doesn't work. Even when Mocus eats her little bit of food, she will go over and drink water to the point that she bloats her belly with what little bit of food she ate, and then a bunch of water, and then she'll vomit again. So it's like we don't know why. We've tried everything. The vet has tried different things with her, but one, she's very chunky. She's a very chunky cat now. You would think she wouldn't be because the way she eats and pukes all the time. But over the past couple of weeks, we have limited to her eating her little bit in the morning and giving her a little bowl of water to drink with it, so that she doesn't over bloat her belly. And then throughout the day, I take her out a little bit of water. And so we had the dog door. The dogs had water. Well, we had to gate her off so she couldn't get to where they have water, because if she jumps down there, she can't get back out. So she learned her lesson real quick. She was stuck down with the dogs the other day for probably a good hour. She didn't want to be down there, but she got down there because she wanted the dog's water bowl and got herself stuck down there because there's no way back up. Once she jumped down from the height that she jumped down from, she couldn't get back up the way she went down. It's too big of a jump upward. So jumping down is one thing, but jumping back up is a whole nother story. So she learned her lesson right quick, and she hasn't gone back down there since. So we had the dog door in, but she would come in and out, and we had the big dog water feeder right here, and so then she would use that, and she would get herself bloated with water. She would even do it to the point where she would drink a bunch of water and puke just the water, and then come back and drink more water and do it again. So we were like, oh my gosh, this cat. So that's a whole nother challenge with her. But Bella, it kind of sucks for Bella because Bella can't just have access to what she wants. Bella's a nitpicky little eater. She'll eat like a couple of bites and then wander around for a while, and then like an hour later go back and eat just a couple more. She's a very thin, prim, trimmed up cat, right? She's very stealthy, skinny. She's a hunter, so she loves to be nice and thin, and she can get in and out of little small spaces quickly. She's a mouser. She brings me mice every single day. This cat brings, I get up every morning at 6 a.m. to about 4 dead mice sitting at the door, because she has proceeded to go hunting kangaroo mice all night long. So yeah, I end up finally locking them out at night because she goes hunting at night, which is when they're the most active. But then she brought me one inside completely alive and sat it on me in the middle of the night. No. I'm not afraid of mice and stuff, but that is the last thing, especially getting bit by one of those, because then I'd have to go get shots because you don't know what these things can carry. But she sat one on me, and it was alive in the middle of the night. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I lost my noodle. Jumped up, realized she had also left several dead ones laying on the floor in the house. So it became one of those, no more. If you want to go hunting, that's awesome, but you have to stay outside overnight. She's really well behaved about not leaving the area because the mice stay right here. Like, there are so many of them in the patio that they're like, they have like their little nesting areas down in the enclosed patio. So she's been in there just cleaning the house, and very proud of her because she's keeping it cleaned up. Mocus wants nothing to do with them. Bella has caught one and brought it to her alive and sat it in front of her and let it go. And of course it's scared, so it sits there just like breathing. And when it moves, Mocus is just like, what? And then Mocus runs the other way, which is what she does the same thing with the kitten. She sees it move and she's like, peace out. She's a little bit of a special case. Bella has no interest in him. She doesn't hiss at him or nothing. She just has no interest in him. She hears him cry. She looks over, sees what I'm doing, and she's like, yeah, whatever. But if anybody has any tips on how to help with Mocus and the repetitive vomiting of food and water over and over again, it'd be great to find out. She's been doing this since she was about 7 or 8 months old. She didn't do it before. When she hit about 7 or 8 months old, she just got to the point where she would, if there was food out, she had to eat it until she threw it up. And then she had to, here's the thing is, I think she does it not because she wants to throw it up, but she wants to clean the bowl out and leave nothing behind. And it's really gross because the food that she has could last them like 3-4 days if she just ate a little bit and then went about her business. But she doesn't, and so I feel bad for her because it's like we want to leave the food out. We have the cat feeders, which has the big thing with water, the big thing you can set up for food, and we can set that up, which is great for Bella because it works perfect for a cat like Bella, but not with a cat like Mocus around. So, and then I got the bowls for the baby today. Got those out of the storage stuff. So we'll have those all ready to go. They're cut and made really well for kittens, so they can't dump it all over. So we got those out. Really excited for when he's ready to start eating and like when he starts having solid food. When he first starts with the gruel, we won't be worrying about those. We'll be using like a flat dish because he's gonna make a mess of himself. That's just part of the experience. Which will be in the next, like in 2 weeks, we'll start introducing some gruel to him. But he won't be like on full wet food until he's about 5 weeks old. At about 5 weeks old, you can really start introducing a larger part of their diet, the solid food. And then his bottles like at right before bedtime, and then when they first get up in the morning, and then give them the gruel the rest of the day, instead of giving them a bottle in between. And then at about 6 weeks old, you can cut it down to like just a bottle at bedtime. Hi, BB. And so then he'd just have a bottle when you're getting ready to go to bed. And then you wean that bottle away at 7 weeks old. And then he doesn't need it before bed anymore. Those are for you. You like the setup? She was asleep when I finished everything, so. It's not fully done because I still got to take all that stuff down to the RV, but all this stuff is finished. I just got to figure out how we want to do. I was just talking to these guys, how we want to fix up Mocus and Bella, because I want to bring them back inside. Stop having her running around at night. I think she's pretty much cleaned out house down there. But the only problem we're going to run into is Mocus with the baby food. He's doing good, Savannah. He's actually sleeping right now. I just finished cleaning him up. I just got him to finally got him to go to the bathroom. Like, I had to do what I did the other day to get him to go. And he went all over. I was like, whoa. So I think I'm gonna have to thin his food down just a little bit more. I hate doing that though because he needs the nutrition for growth. He's growing like crazy, so that's a good thing, but he's getting constipated, and that's not good. So I'm gonna have to like thin it down just a little bit more and get a little extra water in his diet to get it moving. Yeah, they're a bit of a shock. They got a lot of flavor to them. But what do you think so far of the setup? Feel good? Got your own bedroom? Yeah, she went in there, like, after I got her bed all set up and got her TV in place and stuff, she went and crawled in her bed and she was like, okay. And it allows her to just lay down and go to sleep. Shouldn't have to worry about nobody looking in on her. I've got my wall here, so I can't even see her until she gets up. I can walk past and barely see where her bed is, but her lighting lights up, like we have this light right here, and it lights up like her TV area and stuff. It's a him. We'll give a Mocha's, yeah, we do give Mocha small amounts. The problem we're running into is Bella doesn't eat like that. So if I give Bella her small bowl of food, Bella will take like 3 bites and be done for like an hour. And then she'll want to come back and eat a little bit more. Whereas Mocha's will eat that whole bowl that you give her and then cry and run around like she's dying and she needs more food. When she doesn't, she technically, we measure out the food a cat her size should eat, right? Her daily portion. Technically, all cats should be fed that way. You should never really, technically, other than kittens, shouldn't leave an adult cat with unlimited supply of food. It's usually how they end up getting very chunky. However, Bella has never been a cat that eats a full setting of food in one setting. Bella also,
Of Bella not eating when she's broken, or
when you set her food out,
they get her those little soups. She sits there and she actually eats
she
all of
only
it.
eats just the liquid part. She won't even eat the solid.
Nope, she actually, no, she sat there and she ate all of it. Like, she would eat.
Yeah, but that's not, that one little serving's not enough. And those are
It was for
expensive
her.
when they
She
add
walked
up.
away.
I know, but that's not gonna be enough to sustain her daily.
It's literally like $70.
$70, yeah, 70 cents per thing. That's literally $1 a day, where I buy them their big bag of food and I pay like $10. So that costs only $10, whereas if I buy what you're saying, it's gonna cost us $30 per cat. That's $60 in food every month.
We're home and like big.
I know. The total though between them will end up being $60 a month.
All I'm saying is that she eats all of that.
Yeah, I know. But she would need at least 2 of those every single day to make them be enough food to sustain them.
And she
So,
really eats all of it.
I know, but I'm talking about the price, baby doll. I know she would eat it. It's the price is the problem.
Well, you said that she needs to eat something.
So we've got to figure it out. Like I said, I think the solution for the baby, when we get the baby in his area and he's big enough to run around, is going to be like, I have the netting. I'm going to stick over the top of that and fix the netting to the top so they can't get in there and get access to his food. Because you don't want the adult cats eating the kitten food anyway. It'll give them the runs, so you don't want that anyhow. But with the adult girls, I think what I'm gonna have to do is just, I think after a couple of days, I don't know, because I've never done it, but I think after a couple of days of Bella realizing that if she doesn't eat what's sat down for her and the food gets put up and she doesn't get the food again until before bed, she may actually sit there and start eating her food. Maybe. I don't know. But I think that might be the solution to feeding the girls. Our biggest issue, though, too, is going to be access to water. Because Mocha's will drink water until she throws up. So that's going to be a hard one, because I honestly don't know how we would work that one out. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. But I think to give them each their little bowl of food in the morning and their little bowl of food at night before bed might be a good starting point. We just got to figure out the water situation, because it's hot up here. Like, not up here. It's beautiful inside here. It's hot out in the, like, they need water. They need access to water throughout the day. So that's going to be kind of the challenge. But I want to get that one table outside, because I want to start, excuse me, I want to start growing my plants. I have a bunch of plants that I want to grow. The only problem I'm looking at is how hot the sun hits that side of the house all day long. And we don't want it to do that. We don't want our plants to get burnt. But I don't know what else to try. Like, our neighbors have the most gorgeous garden set up, but of course they've got like the the green housing type stuff all set up. It's gorgeous. And their plants get hit all day long with, they have such a gorgeous area that they're growing. So I know up here, putting plants up here and not having something to kind of shelter them, they're gonna get fried. So not exactly sure how we're gonna work that out yet. But I have tomatoes and green beans and cucumber and oregano, cilantro, stuff like that. What? Yeah, they're fine.
Really hot, and when I took them out of there, it went to green. It was still red when these were in there.
Yeah, it does that sometimes. It may have just needed to be pushed. They weren't probably pushed all the way in. And then I have the other one on the other side behind the piano. So if that bothers you, just unplug it. And then we'll just go with the one that's on the other wall. But yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with getting this part done today. Cool part is I can see where the baby will be when he's bigger. Oh, he is curled up on his heating pad like it's the best thing in the world. He loves that heating pad. Yeah, I am so glad I got this done so far today. Like, there's still quite a bit to do. Like, I've got a big chunk of stuff that's got to go down to the RV to store away. I think one of the other things we're going to need to do is I need to look at getting, like, an actual, like, storage unit that I can set up, that I can actually build and put, like, down in the backside of the yard over here. I think if I can do that, get that thing in and built up, I can put all of our extra stuff in there until we need it. And then that way it's always where I can get to it. Leslie said, hi, Sarah. So yeah, that's going to be that's going to be like the next big thing. But for now, I think we've got it okay for now. It's not quite all what I want, but it works. Still kind of feels cluttered. I'm kind of, Chelsea says hello too. So it's kind of like, because this is a small space and not enough space to kind of like set everything where you want it. So it feels a little bit cluttered to me, and I personally don't like clutter. So it makes me feel very overwhelmed. It feels way better right now than it did earlier, because I had everything out smack in the middle of the room. And I thought I was gonna come unglued because it had me like, I was so on edge because I was just like, oh God, I gotta get this stuff moved. I gotta get this stuff moved. So that's a thing. I think I might be able to slide this air conditioning unit underneath that table for now, because I am not trying to carry that downstairs. It's small, but it weighs a ton. Like, not even kidding. That thing is so heavy. So I might just slide it underneath the table for now. Move that bag of cookbooks and slide that sideways underneath the table. It'll fit under there that way. And it'll kind of make it look less cluttered, right? That one spot right there. So, and then we want to make some sun tea, because Sarah and I are like, we just need something else different to drink besides water. Like, water's great for you, don't get me wrong, but a bunch of water. So I gotta go fill up my water jug, go take it back downstairs, put it in the freezer, and grab a fresh one. But yeah, that's a thing where we're constantly have to go downstairs to get stuff out of the fridge. Kind of an annoyance, because I would like to have the refrigerator up here, but there's not really anywhere to stick the refrigerator. Until we don't have all this extra stuff, and until I get an actual like countertop built with cabinets underneath, like, that's gonna be when things are gonna be like, yeah. I have no idea, Benjamin. Like, I'm not even gonna try to guesstimate, because I am not a scientist, for one. I don't know what all goes into making a vaccine, and what the trials are and what the approval rate is and whatnot. And I would hate to be one of the first set of people to go through a vaccine that may have some flaws. So, no, I don't want to be a test dummy. No, thank you. I'll pass on that. I think I'll wait till everything is, you know, after it's gone its rounds and it's been tested and it's shown where its flaws are and it's reset up and whatnot. But yeah, no. So we're gonna just, like I said, I'm not a scientist. I don't know. So yeah. And by the way, guys, I am really at a point, as much as I really love my hair being long, I am real close to chopping this mop. All I do is put it in a ponytail now because it's so unmanageable, and then it's so hot that it just sticks to me when it's down. And I know the thought of trying to regrow it again makes me want to cry, but I also know that this is just horrible. Like, this is just horrible. And I can't get anything done with it. Like, it's super soft. Like, don't get me wrong. This is so silky soft. It doesn't look that way because it's so frizzed. And of course, I don't take the time like I should. When I get out of the shower, I'm supposed to take like a hot oil or gel to it, massage it through that wet hair, comb it through, and then lightly scrunch with a like t-shirt type material, not a towel or terry cloth. Don't use that on your hair. It's supposed to be really bad for your hair. I don't really know why, but it's supposed to be bad for your hair. And I always use a regular towel on my hair. But technically, you're not supposed to wring all the water out. I'm 10 years younger than you're 31. Yeah, yeah. I was an old lady. So I'm just, my hair is driving me crazy. That's what it comes down to. And like, this is like this mop. This is all like, my hair has like these different textures to it. I ended up combing it out last night when I got out of the shower. I should have just left it alone, but I didn't. I combed it with my big comb while it was still wet, which forces it to straighten out. So then as it dried, only parts of it curled. And yeah, it's just a mess. It's a mess. So I need to try and do like what they said to do, which was take a shower, wash it, get out, hand wring it very lightly, take like a t-shirt, you know, scrunch it in, and then add the gel to it, work it through, comb it through, and then use a t-shirt again to kind of take out the excess, and then scrunch it and leave it alone. Don't touch it. Let it just dry the way it is. And then once it's dry, go back through and do another scrunch with it to soften it so that it's not like crispy from the stuff that's in it, and then just let it be after that. I've done that before with my hair, and it comes out beautiful, and it comes out very curly and whatnot. But I can tell you this much: my hair, when it's wet, takes hours to dry. Hours. Which is ridiculous. As thin as it is, you'd think it would dry quickly. It doesn't. It takes forever for it to dry. So I don't even know how to, like, where to start with it. And then of course it gets so hot here that I start to sweat, and then my hair sticks to me, and if I have oil in my hair or if I have a gel in my hair, it's gonna stick to me. So I don't know yet if I'm gonna go through the trouble of chopping it out, like just chopping it all off, or not. I don't know. I haven't had like a real haircut in forever. But I also know that going too short will drive me crazy because I won't be able to do anything with it. And I don't want to use any hot products on it. Like, I don't want to use a straightener anymore. I don't want to use a curling iron on it because my hair is so thin, it fries it and breaks it too quickly. So I don't know. You guys, I so don't even know. I need to find someone who knows what the heck they're doing with hair so they can take a really good look at my hair and be like, okay, here's what you need to try with your hair. I had a guy that did my hair way back when I first moved out on my own. And if I remember, his name was Terry, and he used to work at Apple Cutters. And that was the only place I used to go to get my hair done. And my hair always looked amazing. And back then I worked at an establishment where my hair was very important to look good. And my hair always looked so amazing because of him. I used to use an oat shampoo, like an oats shampoo that would moisturize my hair. But I also only washed my hair like once or twice a week. Don't ask where I got into this whole showering daily and washing my hair daily, which ruined my hair. Because now if I go even 2 days, my hair turns into this like caked up oily mess, which is really gross and it looks disgusting. So if I don't wash it every day, or at least every other day, so now I'm pushing it to every other day. But by the end of day 2, this will be a caked, thick, oily mess on the top. Just this part here. The rest of this will stay just like this. But what's up against my scalp will become this thick, oily mess. And it's disgusting. So I don't know what I'm going to do with my hair right now. I want my hair to be long. I wanted it to grow to my waist. And I know if I cut it, it's not. This here has taken me 5 years to grow from my chin, which is where my hair was when we first started vlogging, was at my chin. My hair is now down to just above my breast area. So it's only grown probably about this much in 5 years. Most people can grow that in a year. My hair grows maybe an inch a year, maybe, which is annoying because I have extremely slow growing hair. I don't know how to fix that. Anybody got any tips? Would be great, because I'd love to grow my hair out. But I also know I need it to do something other than frizz out and freak out just because I comb it out after a shower. So if I let this down, it is the biggest poof mess in the world. So, and then I have like, if you guys can see these little, see these curls? Look at this. This thing is a huge curl. It is just this tight curl. This is what I'm talking about. I get these, see these tight curls? That's what my hair does if I get out of the shower and don't touch it. It just goes, these little twisty corkscrew tight little curls all down here on the bottom. And then I've got like these kind of beachy wavy bits and then these pin straight spots. There's like 3 spots on my hair that are pin straight that you can't even take a curling iron to them and make them curl and make it stay. They just won't. So even when I do like a scrunched look to get it nice and scrunched up and wet and then let it dry, you get those 3 little spots where they just pin out, and I'm just like, guys, help. Help with my hair. Hi, Kelly. So, you like my background? I'm so happy about having my poster up. Feels like my room again. Like it feels like my space finally. I have Sarah's space all done up for her now, so she's actually got a separate bedroom. So if anybody's like, well, she should have her own space, she officially has her own space. I have my space here. Sarah has her space over there, and then we have the kitchen and whatnot. If you're just coming in, you guys missed out. So I gotta go take those towels to wash, but I've got my space here. Here, I'm gonna turn the camera around. So, office space, foster center. So, office space, laundry basket for both of us. Don't mind, that's Danny's kennel over here, so she's out of the way. My bed and dresser, right? So this is mine. I'm not gonna show you guys this one over here. So this is Sarah's bedroom, and that's her space over there. And then I've got to move this and that, but I'm gonna take this apart and tuck it away for right now because I'm not taking that downstairs. Got to figure out where I'm going to put the carpet shampooer and the fan because I don't know where I'm going to put both of those. I have no clue yet. But this is our kitchenette area with some of our stuff that we do use right here. Grocery bags, because that's what we take with us when we go grocery shopping. Then we have the food shelving unit. Aw, Chelsea, thank you. Of course, this is our bathroom in there. Then we have our big mirror. I'm actually probably going to take the mirror down, guys, because I think I'm going to put my 2 big pictures up on here. That's kind of what I want to do. I got to figure out where I want to put the big mirror, though. I don't know yet what I want to do with it. Not sure. We'll figure out what we want to do with the mirror, but I do know I want my 2 big pictures of the kids right here. I need that up for my sense of this feeling like home. But we have this here. I actually have the 2 pictures of the kids that I'm going to actually hang right here on this shelf. On the side of this shelf, I have their baby pictures that I'm going to put there, so that I at least have those pictures here. This is our kitchenette. So the oven, the microwave, coffee pot, and this is the cooktop right here. So it's a 2-burner cooktop that we set up here when we want to cook. And then when it's all done, it gets tucked away. Dish pans, we take these and we fill them up when we have, like right now, those are clean because I didn't have anywhere to set the dishes. So dishes are in here. So we're going to take these right here. One of these is just going to become the one for the clean dishes. The other one we use to take any dirty dishes down to wash in the big sink. Mixer, Instant Pot, mixing bowls, air conditioner, and then air conditioner. So if you guys, here, let me walk all the way over here to the curtain. So this is when you walk into, oh, Jesus Christ, he almost fell backwards. So when you walk in from right there, and you walk into the kitchen area, bathroom's hiding out in there. Then we've got Sarah's bedroom on behind this wall. So Sarah's bedroom's back here. My bedroom's back there with the office space. This area right here, once it's all finished, what we want to do, because see how this is Sarah's wall right here, we'll actually get a couch that's going to set here. So we'll do a couch here and an entertainment center here with a TV. But that's going to be kind of the way to do it. Would you say I had homemade chicken parmesan tonight after over at a friend's, and homemade chicken Alfredo tomorrow? Ooh! Wow, yum. Felicia, what did you miss? You didn't miss anything. I just showed you guys the walkthrough. So, oh yeah, and behind the dishes, or behind the kitchen cabinetry, we have all of our excess stuff, as well as what's underneath the table. So I'm gonna move this stuff here to get it kind of tucked away. Gosh, my hair. Oh! But yeah, all of our excess stuff is tucked back there. But yeah, so Sarah has, I don't want to show her because she's not quite dressed well enough. Oh no, this is live still. So like I said, I've got my setup right here. I did not get my other computer out. I don't think I'm going to for now. As much as I want to do more live streaming, I think I'm going to kind of hold off on it. So I think I'll just do like the simple live streams, like doing the Monday, whatnot. Thank you. I know you're going bowling tomorrow. Bowling is so much fun. But for now, I've got Eleanor here. This looked like a mess from a distance, but I'll show you guys. It actually has a sense to it. So Danny's bed is under here. She's got her blanket, her bone. Then up here, I actually have Eleanor's basket, which has all of Eleanor's little clothing. Then I have the travel bag for when we take Rigby with us to the store. And then I have my Switch right here. And then our nail stuff. So, and then my school books. So my school books are right here because I do my schoolwork right here. So, if anybody was wondering, this is all my school supplies. And then the nail stuff, because Sarah wanted me to do her nails. And my Switch. How's Rigby? He's doing amazing. By the way, you guys, he has the biggest eyeballs I've ever seen on such a tiny kitten. He has these massive peepers, and I freaking love it. They're just the biggest, like, I love it. They're so freaking cute. But I gotta go wash these. So this one can go here because he got that wet. This one doesn't actually need to be washed. It just needs to be hung. Oh, by the way, I got a treat from the neighbor. It's premium catnip. Look at this. I know, Yosef. The ladies at Saints are begging me to keep him. Like, they're the rescue, and they're begging me to keep him. So Sarah's over here going, yeah, mom, about keeping Rigby. Sarah's like, we're keeping him. It's that. We have our hands full, you guys. And yeah, Sarah's like, I don't want him to go anywhere, Mom. And he's, put it this way, this is how attached he is to me. He knows my smell. Yeah, they're begging me to keep him. So, you guys, that's a hard decision. It really is. And I've still got a lot of time. I know, I really am all he knows, Felicia, and I know that. But kittens also grow up and go, you know, they get separated from their moms as they get older too. He is definitely a miracle. The vet is beyond blown that he's still alive. Because one, he was premature and his whole litter died. He survived it. He was the runt of that litter. On top of that, so he lived through what they all died from. He lived through that. He's way tinier even now at 2 weeks old. He's about the size of a 1 week old kitten. He opened his eyes later than most would. Most kittens open their eyes starting at about 8 days old, and we'll have them progressively open up to day 12. He didn't even start cracking his eyes open until day 12. So that says he's about 4 to 5 days behind other kittens of his age. So he's officially 2 weeks old on the earth, alive, being bottle fed. But he's roughly about 9 days old, 8-9 days old, had he been born when he should have been born. So, if that makes any sense. So he's roughly about 5 days behind schedule. So the vet is extremely surprised that he is doing as well as he is. She still says he's not out of the woods yet, and which we know that. There's still a possibility that he could still develop, what do you call it? It's FKS, fading kitten syndrome. He could still develop that. So it's still very, very, like, I'm still always on the edge of my seat with him, watching him. When I peek in on him and he doesn't respond when the little door opens or whatnot, I kind of worry that he's not okay. So I'm constantly, like, I'll reach in and, like, touch him to make sure that he's breathing. I'll feel for his heartbeat. It's terrifying because preemie kittens usually don't live. And if they do live, there's usually an indication that there's probably going to be some developmental problems. Same thing happens with, like, children that are born premature. Oh yeah, Siamese always have blue eyes, which is gorgeous. They always have the prettiest blue eyes. Rigby, you can't tell what color his eyes are going to be right now. They're not even the pretty, like, cloudy blue that most kittens have. His eyes just look solid black. I've held him up under the light trying to see if I could see any kind of blue. They're just a solid color. And he also acts like he doesn't see yet. So, even with his eyes open, most kittens, once their eyes are open, they'll see things move. He still doesn't see anything moving. So, like, I'll move my hand in front of him, and he doesn't, like, catch it. You know what I mean? Like, when Mocus was 2 weeks old, when we rescued Mocus, she was a 2 week old kitten. She was way bigger than him. She also couldn't really walk all that well, so you know she was 2 weeks old. She was kind of still not quite getting her belly off the floor the whole time. She would get it up there, and then eventually it would go back onto her belly. But if you moved your hand around, she would see it, and she'd track your hand moving. If you had her bottle, she would watch where her bottle was going. Rigby still hasn't gotten to that yet, so I don't know when he's gonna gain his actual sight. Even though his eyes are open, I don't think he's seeing much of anything. So I don't know if that's going to be a developmental issue or is he just, slightly behind. I'm not exactly sure. So I'm just going to keep track of it. He is starting to hear. I've noticed that like when he hears certain things, his little ears will twitch. So that's a plus. You can also see the inner workings of his ears finally, which is another huge step. But what I've noticed too, like if I move the kennel door thing, I'm not sure if it's just because he's so used to the feel of it opening, the way that it vibrates the kennel when I open and close it. So I don't know if that's because he's used to just that anyway. But we're gonna keep up with the vet. But right now the vet said the biggest thing we can do right now is just get him to 4 weeks old. We get him to 4 weeks old, will be pretty close to being out of the danger zone. Yeah, she's actually feeling way better. She had like 3 days where she just felt really under the weather. But today she got up and she's like, Mom, I'm almost certain it's like a sinus thing. Her sinuses were all kind of clogged up. Her eyes were watery.
I think I slept it all up today.
I know, right? The winds have been really heavy. So I have a feeling she's just like her mother and has allergies. And when they kick in like that, they make you miserable. For 2 days, I had miserable allergies because the wind gets super high. When it gets to blowing like it's been blowing recently, and we have to go in and out to go down to the refrigerator, you just breathe all that dust in, and it just wrecks your sinuses. So as of right now, she's feeling a lot better. She says, Mom, I think I slept it all off today. Because she did. She kind of was like, I'm checking out for the day. She went to bed. I did that yesterday, I think. Was it yesterday?
Go away.
Yeah, yesterday. Literally yesterday, I slept on and off all day yesterday. My body has such a hard time recovering from any activity. So all day Monday, I spent all day for my birthday live streaming, and I did Twitch Sings for 5 hours on Monday. So dancing around, singing, performing, whatnot, not doing the greatest, but having an absolute blast. Then Tuesday, I kind of like got a couple things done, whatnot, but then Wednesday, I just could not for the life of me wake up. I would wake up, I would take care of Rigby, we'd play on the bed for a little bit, I'd lay him back down, and then I could just feel my eye. Like, have you ever had it where your eyelids are just like, they just won't stay open? Oh yeah, we know that. We definitely know that. That's Felicia. We know that, Felicia. Like, I'm 41. I've been doing this for years. So I just could not recover from Monday. So Monday I did all that activity. Then Tuesday I got a bunch of stuff done. Like I got the yard redone for the dogs again. And then I did a few things in here and then was taking care of Rigby and playing with him throughout the day. And getting a few things done in the RV. And then by Wednesday, I just could not. Like I got up at like 5:30 in the morning, let the dogs out, went out with them for a while, and then brought the dogs back in and put everybody in their beds, got everybody settled in. And I laid back down. Rigby woke me up at about 8 o'clock. So I got up with him, fed him. Juliana, how are you? Juliana, how are you? I know words. And so I got up and fed him, let the dogs back out again. Left them outside for about an hour. Went back out, got them back inside, fed all the dogs. I usually feed them at 10 o'clock. They got fed early yesterday at 9 o'clock. So I got everybody fed. After they were all fed, I had everybody lay down for about an hour. And then I let them out just after 10:30. Let them outside and left them outside until 12. Brought them back in at 12 o'clock because that's when Rigby was ready to eat. So I went down, got the dogs, brought them in, put everybody up, and then fed Rigby again. He fell back to sleep. And then I laid down and crashed out again. Slept until just before 2:30. Got up. He wasn't ready to eat yet, so got up and let the dogs back out, and they ran around. I left them outside until like 8 o'clock at night, because it was nice. It was nice and cool outside because they're in an all shaded area. They got a swimming pool down there. They've got a big watering bowl, like the big watering thing, and then they got the swimming pool, the watering thing. They got the whole staircase set up underneath that they can go inside of, because it's all enclosed under there. So they've got all that shade, and then they've got the area that they can run around. Like they've got a whole section where Danny just gets the zoomies and she just streaks back and forth through the yard right there. So brought them up, and then of course brought them in like late last night, like 9 o'clock last night. Brought them in. It was like 8 or 9 o'clock. I brought them up, put everybody to bed, and crashed out again. Yeah, I was just not getting up out of bed yesterday. Then this morning, got up, let the dogs out. I think it was like 5:30, let everybody out. And then I go out there, because I came back in, sat down to feed Rigby, got him all fed, put him in his bed. Sarah had just started to wake up, and I went out to go check on the dogs to bring them back in, and Winnie Bear was not in the yard. And I was like, where the hell is she? And I look over, and she's at the neighbor's house. And I'm looking, trying to figure out, how did she get up there? So I started looking around, and she dug a hole at the front end of the yard, right up underneath the fence, right onto the main area. Like, if she goes that way, she's going to drop right down into a bunch of cactus. She, however, got underneath and beelined up the hillside, which our neighbor's house sits above ours. So our house is here, so we're on the second floor. Our second story looks straight over to their yard. So our second floor deck is level with their driveway. So yeah, if she wanted to and she was on the stairs, she could yeet herself straight across and be in the neighbor's driveway. She dug a hole and then proceeded to find her way up the embankment up to their yard. Saw her over there. She freaked out, couldn't figure out how she was supposed to get herself back over to me. So I had to undo the fencing to get into the yard down there, bury the hole, and pull her back over. Like, I can reach up there, so I got the step stool, sat it up against the fence, and reached up and grabbed her off of their driveway and brought her back into the yard. I was like, one, it's all cactus from where she got out of the yard, and then up to the embankment to their area. And I'm thinking, one, there's all the cactus. She could have gotten smothered in cactus. Two, there's coyotes. Like, they roam out here all day long. All day long. You see them all day. They come up and down the big road down. Well, it's not even a big road. It's like the road that leads right up to a dead end, like where we're at, which is a dead end. There's nothing further. Like, we are at the top. She goes right there, and that's it. She's in full-on open desert. No other houses around. Nothing that nobody be able to save her. She'd be gone. Winnie Bear's literally like this big. She's all of 10 pounds. And I just keep thinking, she's going to get herself killed. And I don't want to chain her. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want to have to put her on a chain, because she will dig until she digs every time. And we can't, with the property, do any other, alterations to the yard. We've already put up the 6-foot fence. We got that in. And we've finally got the patio area reboarded with longer sections of board, so there's not the small pieces where Tonks can break through them. So now they're longer, wider sections that are now in place. No way for him to get between them, which is what he was doing before. So that's fixed. He can't get out of there anymore, which I watched him become very disappointed in trying to figure that out. So that's done. I got that done today. Got this done today. So the yard area is secure, other than if Winnie Bear starts digging again, which she will do. I already know that. We've been checking on her all day, going back and forth, checking her, because it's really nice out today. So they got to stay outside today, because they got the swimming pool, they got the shade, they got the water bowl. I was like, they can't be in my way when I'm doing this, because this just is a smaller space. bigger than the RV, but still not huge. But yeah, she's kind of the escape artist when it comes to break loose and run. Except that we're not in the city streets anymore, where if she got loose, she could get hit by a car. But most people would see her first and get her. Versus out here, if she gets loose and we don't realize she's out, all in like a 5-minute window, she could be picked up by the coyotes and be gone. Either that, or she runs and hears something, gets her curiosity piqued, runs up on a snake. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many snakes out here. It's scary. The snakes don't come into occupied space, which is good. So with the dogs moving around and having their swimming pool there and whatnot, the snakes just don't come into that enclosed area. But if that area is not occupied, snakes would definitely show up. But when you're getting out there and going by the bushes and by the cactuses, there could be snakes sitting around, and she's going to end up getting herself bit. And if she does get bit, the scariest part about it, here's the part that scares me, I think, more than anything. Where we're located, the closest vet clinic to us is 45 minutes away. That's almost an hour. There's no way a tiny dog of her size gets bit by a snake is making it to the vet. It's like, that's just calculation. She won't make it to the vet. She's so small that venom would run through her system so quickly that she wouldn't make it. She'd be gone before we got there. I don't think that would be fair to put her in something like a big metal crate. One, because metal in 110 degree heat is probably not a fun thing to like accidentally brush up against. So that would be like a big no-go. We had one of those like 10 by 10, like the 10 by 10 enclosures. She just digs right underneath them. With the yard that they're in now, there's a 4-foot fence all the way around, right? So we have the whole 4-foot fencing that's all the way up. Then we took 6-foot fencing and attached it to the existing fence line. So it's been bolted, so there's double fencing all the way down. We took it all the way to the bottom and then slightly bent it outward, and then like brought it down. Like I dug away from the fence, like dug the fence away, slid that down into the ground, and then we buried everything back against it. You've been watching since 2014? Awesome. So we gave it that extra, like it's probably about an extra, I don't know, 4 inches under the ground of fencing. She dug underneath that. So we've tried those. She just digs out underneath them. That's the problem. She's not jumping out of anything because it's 6-foot fencing. So we have a 6-foot fence all the way up, but she keeps going underneath. Okay, talk to you later, Juliana. So Winnie Bear's digging. Now here's the bad part. Danny is impressionable, right? So she's learning new things. And Winnie Bear started digging, so now Danny wants to dig. Danny is 4 times her size. She's as big as Tonks already. And when she starts digging, she can make a hole in just a matter of minutes. So Winnie Bear has gotten it to where Danny is now doing the digging job for her. And then Winnie gets out, and Danny sits there yelping, which gets our attention because she wants to go with Winnie Bear. But she's too big to get under the fence. She gets her head stuck because once Winnie Bear's out, Danny stops digging and wants to just follow and doesn't think to dig deeper to get herself out. So she immediately stops digging, and then she tries to get out and she gets herself stuck because of her collar. So she's learning from Winnie Bear that to dig, and she's never dug a hole yet until till today and yesterday. So it's like, oh my gosh, Winnie Bear has taught the puppy a really bad habit. So now we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do, because Danny won't dig unless Winnie Bear's digging, which encourages Danny to go ahead and do it. So I don't know. Like, I honestly don't know. The only thing I can think of, which is what we had to do before, is to make a long lead that will allow Winnie Bear access to the yard, except for the 2 ends, which are where she could get out and run off into the desert, or out to the front where she can run off into all the cactus. we'd give her the lead that would give her the rest of the yard, right? So she'd be able to move like around the yard in this manner, but wouldn't be able to access the gate that goes either gate that would allow her to get underneath and get tangled. The one gate, the one side of the fence is right up against the dirt wall, right? So it's just the fence and then the huge 7-foot dirt wall, which is where our neighbor's driveway is above that. So the dog's fence line is right up against a solid dirt wall. So we could technically chain her to that spot and give her the rest of the yard where she can just run free, but not get to the ends where she can dig her way out. Because if she tries to dig where she's at that fence, she's just going to go into a dirt wall. There's nothing there. She can't go anywhere. Blueberry muffins. Oh my God. Yes. Yes. So I don't know, guys. I'm like at a loss with trying to figure it out with her because I'm so scared for her safety. And I don't know what else to try other than to put her on a runner. And like, I don't know. Tonks hasn't tried anything extra today after I put the new boards up. He watched me put the boards up and you can tell he was not happy that I did it. Oh, I know, right? Oh my God. Blueberry muffins. I don't think Sarah would eat it though. She's not into blueberry muffins. Yeah, she probably wouldn't eat it. She would say it was too sweet. So. But yeah, so now I got to figure out what I want to actually cook for dinner because I am definitely hungry after all that work. Like, so hungry.
That was his buddy that literally broke the thing behind
yeah,
him.
So now I just got to figure out where I'm going to put the cat's litter box
And then waited.
and how we're going to figure out their food setup because we need to get that fixed up. But I think it's time to go ahead and bring the girls inside from now on. With how close the coyotes have been getting every night, I think it's best that we bring the girls inside. As much as I know that Bella really loves mouse hunting, I would prefer that they be in the house instead of out there with how close the coyotes are coming in. We also found a bunch of burrow poop the other day out front. So that means the burrows are coming right up into the yard. So if you want to know what a burrow is, it's a donkey. It's a wild donkey. And they come right up into the yard. I don't know. She's really weird about pastry and like donuts and stuff like that. Sarah's real weird about stuff like that. She's not a big fan of cake or muffins. She likes brownies, but they have to be super doughy. They can't be cake textured. She likes like a really, really rich, sticky brownie. She loves like, what do you call it? Like really dense donuts. So like if I was to buy like regular glazed donuts, she won't eat them. She's not a fan of them. She likes something that's real dense and real like chewy, I guess you say, kind of doughy versus cake-like. She's not a fan of cake-like texture. But yeah, I'm just super like, oh, you guys, I've got to figure this whole situation out for the cats. So my biggest situation right now with the cats is the whole Mocha's puking on everything. So we'll figure that out. That's going to be kind of the one thing we have to figure out. But I need to empty out their litter box because we do have their litter box outside. Empty out their litter box, bring it in here. I think I'm going to set it up over here in the baby area. And then when it comes to the girls' food, though, I think I'll keep their food separate. And then what I will do is when it's time for like the baby to eat, we'll just separate the baby away from them. Yeah, everybody definitely likes different things. I personally love muffins. I love a good cake, like a really good moist cake. Oh my God. Speaking of which, I want to make a lemon cake. I have everything to make a lemon cake, and I want to make a lemon cake because that was supposed to be my birthday cake, and I actually never got around to making it. But I want to make a lemon cake because, yes, please. Sarah's not a fan of lemon cake, but me, I even got stuff for lemon frosting. So, yeah. The only thing I don't have, which I had, but I let go bad, was lemon slices. Like I had a whole lemon and I was gonna slice a lemon up and put it on there. And I blew that because I was supposed to make the cake when I was supposed to, and I didn't make it in time, and the lemon went bad. So, my nail got dirty. I just cleaned my nails. Yuck. That's like really gross to me. I don't know if anybody else gets that way, but I can't stand when my nails get disgusting underneath. You don't like lemon cake? I love lemon cake. You know what I really, really like is lemon meringue pie. And that's another thing that Sarah's really finicky about is her pies. She will eat a cherry pie and she'll eat pumpkin pie. She won't eat apple pie. She won't eat sweet potato pie, which I love sweet potato pie. She won't eat yams. So candied yams during the holidays, she won't touch those. She's not a fan. She just thinks that they're too overly sugared. She likes marshmallows, but she doesn't like marshmallows baked on top of candied yams. She thinks it's just way too sweet. Oh. Okay, there we go. Brand new nail clippers. They are super hard to move around. But yeah, so she's not one that eats a lot of sweets, and a lot of people think that she's chunky or big because she eats junk food. She doesn't. She's not a big fan of like sweets and sugars and stuff like that. She's more of like a savory type foods. She's like me in that sense. She does have her moments of like she loves Takis, like the spicy chips. She loves those. And she likes dark chocolate, like Dove dark chocolate, like her mother. I love Dove dark chocolate. But other than that, she's not into like a whole bunch of sweets. So anyway, guys, I need to go get this cat area set up so that we can get the girls inside, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, they're waiting at the door. So I'm going to go let the girls in, and then I am going to get their area set up, and then I got to go get the dogs in for the night. So you guys are amazing and fantastic, and I love you guys, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.